6041. Largely. В значительной степени. Largely. The story is largely true. История в значительной степени истинная. The story is largely true. Inheritance. Наследство. Inheritance. She left an inheritance to her grandson. Она оставила наследство своему внуку. She left an inheritance to her grandson. Inheritor. Наследник. Inheritor. He is the main inheritor to this castle. Он главный наследник этого замка. He is the main inheritor to this castle. Insertion. Вставка. Insertion. The report contains a number of insertions. Доклад содержит несколько вставок. The report contains a number of insertions. Frequency. Частота. Frequency. This happens with extreme frequency. Это случается с большой частотой. This happens with extreme frequency. Infrequent. Нечастый. Infrequent. They made infrequent stops along the way. Они делали нечастые остановки в течение всего пути. They made infrequent stops along the way. Horrific. Ужасающий. Horrific. His injuries were horrific. Его травмы были ужасающими. His injuries were horrific. Horror. Ужас. Horror. There was a look of horror on his face. На его лице было выражение ужаса. There was a look of horror on his face. Spiritual. Духовный. Spiritual. Spiritual life is more important than earthly. Духовная жизнь намного важнее, чем земная. Spiritual life is more important than earthly. Accusation. Обвинение. Accusation. These were false accusations. Это были ложные обвинения. These were false accusations. Примеры. The story is largely true. The story is largely true. She left an inheritance to her grandson. She left an inheritance to her grandson. He is the main inheritor to this castle. He is the main inheritor to this castle. The report contains a number of insertions. The report contains a number of insertions. This happens with extreme frequency. This happens with extreme frequency. They made infrequent stops along the way. They made infrequent stops along the way. His injuries were horrific. His injuries were horrific. There was a look of horror on his face. There was a look of horror on his face. Spiritual life is more important than earthly. Spiritual life is more important than earthly. These were false accusations. These were false accusations.